still impact your business today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have the Guinness World Record on the wall in our coffee shop, and people come in every day and talk about the night they were there, and that involves new customers that weren't there, and everybody gets talking. There isn't a day goes by that people don't mention
That's
that ice cream sundae.
tremendous. So today you're in for a treat. We have John Lupo, owner of Grandma's Bakery, Inc., president of Retail Bakers of America, along with Jacquelyn Wells, marketing manager of, oh, you're just saying hi. Perfect. Yes. Hi. She's with it over here. Marketing manager of MDG, specializing in marketing international bakery industry exposition, which is fabulous, also known as IBIE. Thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And before we get into it, I want to let you guys know that you're in for a great treat today because we have a little special gift for you guys, but we'll tell you more about that. Just listen in and listen close. And before we get into the nitty-gritty fun stuff, John, we're going to dig into how did you get into this baking world anyway?
Oh, boy. It started 41 years ago. I purchased a boarded up Mr. Doughnut shop and didn't know anything about baking. And overnight, I was in the baking business. And they taught me how to make donuts. And I worked with a lot of salesmen that back in the day, they had great technical people that everybody did. And I made a deal with them. If they would show me how to use their products, I would buy it from them. So I got a great education and learned to make all kinds of new products, and really became a pretty good baker as a result of it.
John, that's an incredible story. So you never intended to go into baking?
No.
Not
really. I liked the idea of going into business, and this was a vehicle for me to do that. And I liked food. I always liked making things with my hands and creating things. And there's nothing more rewarding than making some good baked food items because you get immediate feedback. People either love them or they hate them. Usually they love them. And that's fun. It's very rewarding.
So John, in the heart of it, you were initially an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And you just needed the medium to sell.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I could always, I always wanted to be the boss of something. And that's kind of the way I grew up. I don't know. I just always wanted to be in charge of something. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's great self-awareness from a young person to know that's their shtick. That's what works for them. And that's what you're going to go with rather than swimming against the waves. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I just, always felt like whether it was something in grade school or high school, it was, come on, I'll do this, follow me. We'll do this together. And
I love it.
It was kind of the attitude I grew up with, I guess. So
a go-getter.
I thought it would be really difficult to go to work for somebody else. I thought.
Understood. That's great self-awareness. And I think that's amazing. And that you just push through that and you listen to your intuition.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Tell me something about your business. What would you say was your greatest success with your business?
Well, it had nothing to do with the business at all. It was a community event. This was 6 years ago, and I was at a community meeting, and we were kind of clowning around in a good mood in the morning, and somebody asked for a new idea for a summer festival that we put on in our town. And I said, well, why don't we, and I was just kidding around. And I said, why don't we make the world's longest ice cream sundae? Not knowing I like ice cream, and I was just fooling around. And the guy that was leading the meeting said, that's perfect. That's what we're going to do. That's a great idea. And I said, well, we should look into it. I have no idea how long, it needs to be or anything like that. So the next day, the city manager came up to me and he said, hey, I hear we're going to make the world's longest ice cream sundae. Like, great idea. What can we do to help? it just took off from there. And in the end, we ended up raising $15,000 for the American Cancer Society. Everything was donated. My name and the name of the bakery was associated with this every time it was brought up. We had 1,000 people come out to volunteer and scoop. Actually, they paid $100 each to scoop ice cream. Wow. And then we had 8,000 people come to help us eat it. And wow. It was just a huge event, a lot of TV coverage and things. It was amazing. And to this day, they still talk about it in White Bear Lake.
That is tremendous, John.
Fun event. And there again, it had nothing to do with the bakery, but it was just, we just wanted to participate and be involved in the community. And wow. Do it. I recommend it.
John,
do
that's
it.
A great
Get involved.
Thing. Right. So you got involved with the community. Initially you had no intentions to make it a marketing thing, but it just snowballed into that, and it does work for your business. You give a little bit back to the community, you can get a whole much back, correct?
And I was expecting nothing, and I went into it with nothing. I said, when I'd go, I'd say, I'm John Lupo. Oh, where are you from, John? Oh, well, Grandma's Bakery. Oh, John from Grandma's Bakery.
There you go.
It was not intentional, but it was, boy, did it bring a lot of goodwill for our business.
Hey, today, a lot of people who are leaders in the industry, in great entrepreneurs, are actually hooking up with a lot of philanthropic kind of projects, and both of them grow together.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's amazing. It's a great, I guess you were the trailblazer to do that.
It was fun. I'll tell you, it was fun.
Does it still impact your business today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have the Guinness World Record on the wall in our coffee shop, and people come in every day and talk about the night they were there, and that involves new customers that weren't there, and everybody gets talking. There isn't a day goes by that people don't mention that.
That's tremendous. That is tremendous. John, of course, we talked about your successes. I
got to tell you how long it was. It was almost...
Of course, and we need to know how long it was. How big was it?
1,101 feet.
Wow.
Okay. That's just 99 feet short of, 4 football fields.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
Wow. So in order for you to get from one end of the ice cream sundae to the other side, you'd probably lose all the calories.
You need a golf cart.
That's amazing. No wonder you got the record.
Very fun. Very fun.
Tremendous. So, of course, I asked you about your successes. Tell me a little bit about the challenges. What was your greatest challenge in creating this business?
Yesterday. I don't know. Every day is new. I have made every mistake that there is to be made, and I've paid for them dearly. I guess you just have to go with the flow. There is, you can't let the stress get to you, because it would kill you. And you just got to realize that in the end, we're just making, donuts and baked goods. I'm not doing brain surgery or anything. Nonetheless, it's very important. We are there for breakfast, lunch, dinner, first communions, birthdays, and all the events of life. We're there, and we don't want to screw up. But,
right.
You got to keep it in perspective. We try our best every single day, and hopefully today we're better than we were yesterday. And we take it with that mindset and just keep pushing forward. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Great.
And you just have to pick yourselves up and live to fight another day.
That's great advice. It is a marathon and not a sprint. And basically you have to take control of the situation rather than the situation taking control of you, would you say?
Absolutely.
John, great advice. It sounds like you've been in the business for a while, but it sounds like you may have had some help. Tell me a little bit about how did you also get involved with being the president of Retail Bakers of America?
Well, I started out very early on. I think in my first year of business, I joined the Minnesota Bakers Association and the Retail Bakers of America, and it was like having hundreds of friends you just haven't met yet. By and large, bakers are very giving people and always willing to help. I'm not competing with somebody, in Chicago or Milwaukee or something, and they're more than willing to give formulas and advice and to help other growers. This way, we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
And if I have a problem, I can pick up the telephone, I can call somebody, and like they've been through it, and they can tell me the pitfalls of my thinking, or if I want to do it this way or this way, and they'll help you figure it out. So you're not alone. It's really an important part of what we do as an organization is help with the networking.
So it seems like networking is definitely a benefit for somebody who's in need. Tell me from a mentor point of view, why would you help the next person? What do you get back?
Well, they don't have to go what I went through. I mean, I paid the dues. I can help you. I can tell you, what I did, and then what I did wrong, what I did right. You can make the decision for yourself which way you want to go. But why not help? I mean, it's a hard business. It's hard enough. And I don't know, there's so many people that have helped me. I want to give back. I want to help others. I don't want to see them, struggle or financially or mentally. Well, it's hard. You work all day long and then you go home and you worry about it all night long.
Right.
You don't have to. There's people that have been down this road before. They can help guide you. They can give you advice. Why not?
John,
we're all in this together,
Absolutely. Those are great. Those are great words. You're absolutely right. So you would say it's basically about paving it forward and making the industry grow.
Yeah. You got to realize, everybody thinks, oh, I've got this secret recipe. There are no secrets. This is one of the oldest professions in the world. It's all been done before, one way or another. And so, I'm very free with giving out recipes, because even if you have the exact formula that we're using, the ingredients you use might be a little bit different, or your technique might be a little different, or you scale it a little different, bake it a little longer, whatever. It's all going to turn out a little different. So I don't feel threatened by it. I really don't.
I love it. These are words of wisdom. I love it. I love it. I love it. We need to work together for the common good, right?
Oh, yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. And it benefits us all. It really does.
Tell me how.
Well, look at what the Food Network has done for this industry. I mean, that has really popularized it. So you bring it to mind. Now more people are shopping bakeries than ever before, and they want really fancy stuff. Where good enough was okay, years ago. It isn't anymore. You got to step up your game, and they've really elevated it. Cakes, decorated cakes used to be, we did decorated cake. Now you really got to be good, because their expectations are raised. They want better. They want to spend, and they want to buy from you. The demand is incredible, and we just don't have enough bakeries to fulfill the needs that there are. As we raise the bar, everybody's doing better.
Oh, I love that. I love that. As we raise the bar, everybody's doing better. That's fantastic, because people are looking, the clients are looking for showstoppers.
Oh, absolutely.
They almost kind of, would you say they even plan the party around the cake?
Well, some do.
They do. It's true.
Some do. And sometimes, though, I got to say the expectations are so high. Sometimes for weddings, the expectations are so high, we will never be able to meet what their expectations are. I got to blame some of that on the Food Channel too.
Right? We all know that, right? Exactly. Because we can't make those gorgeous 5-tier cakes in like 4 hours. It's just
and then transport it 100 miles and then,
cross country.
Right.
No worries.
Right.
I got you. I'll FedEx it.
Exactly.
So let's talk to me a little bit about IBIE and how tell me a little bit about it and how that's impacted your life.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about it, and then Jacquelyn should give you all the details, because she's
I can't wait.
She's got them all. The IBIE is one ginormous industry trade show for the baking industry, and it is so big and there is so much to do. I highly recommend everybody go. It's once every 3 years. It is amazing. The RBA, the Retail Bakers of America, puts on the educational part of it. And we have over 100 educational seminars this year. And it's everything. It ranges from hands-on demonstrations to things that are like TED Talks. They're seasoned industry professionals putting this on. It's not amateur hour. This is, you're getting the good stuff. People from around the world, industry specialists to present. So it's fabulous. Equipment manufacturers, ingredient manufacturers from all over the world, attendees from all over the world. It's in Las Vegas. It's bigger than life.
Oh my God. First of all, you had me sold that it's in Vegas. That's number one. And it sounds huge, but when I go look at the website, and I've heard of the event before, I'm thinking machinery, big pizza ovens, walk-in ovens. It's kind of intimidating for the home baker. Would we have a place to go there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's everything. It's big equipment, it's little equipment, it's hand tools, it's ingredients, packaging,
and networking, right?
Networking. That's probably the reason I keep going back to the shows. When you can sit and, you never know when it happens. You're standing in line waiting for lunch. You start talking to somebody. All of a sudden you find a common connection and you sit down and have lunch with this person and you got a friend for life. It's just the way it works. And nice people, you couldn't meet a nicer bunch. Bakers are really nice, sharing, helpful people. You'll have a ball. The networking, I cannot overstate the importance of that. Just meeting other people doing the same thing that you're doing.
And their crossover in different baking, whether they're baking cakes, cookies, pizza, bread, whatever it is, there's a lot of crossover between the industry, and you never know what kind of wisdom sprinkles you could pick up from one another.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whether it's, product specific or if it's a business, we're in business to make money and to get some advice on something there. So
that's fabulous. Yeah. Jacquelyn, we're going to pull you in. You are responsible for some of these awesome things that are going at IBIE. Sorry about that. So tell me, what are the must-see things before you leave, before you go? What are things that you have to plan? Because you got to go in there with the plan of attack. It's so huge. What must I see before I leave?
There's so much to see. I mean, there's obviously the show floor, the trade show floor. We have over 1,000 vendors that span the entire vertical supply chain. So as John mentioned, we have everything from packaging to ingredients to supplies and tooling to finishings. So making sure that not only you have a plan to meet with the suppliers that you want to meet with, but you also leave time to just kind of wander the show floor, because you never know, what you're going to see or what's new, or if you're going to run into something that you had never even thought of. It's sort of great for innovation, and it's great for inspiration as well. And then sprinkled throughout the show floor, we also have a lot of show features. So we have a very large pavilion, which is put on by the Retail Bakers of America as well, where we have 2 celebrity demo stages. So we have a lot of Food Network bakers, Buddy Valastro, as everyone knows, the cake boss, doing demos live in front of an audience, so you can pop in and pop out of those. We have an exhibitor demo stage, so you can not only walk by their booth, but you can also see their products in action, ask them questions. We have the Retail Bakers of America. They do a creative cake decorating competition as well over 3 days of the show, and you can walk over and see them actually building all of the different categories, so the cakes. We have 2 artisan marketplaces, We have the Great American Pie Festival. We have the Innovation Showcase. I mean, the list just goes on. And of course, you have the education as well. We have the largest education program in the world at an event with over 100 seminars, and that does not include the show floor demos.
Oh my God, I'm exhausted just hearing this.
I told you she was good.
Let me catch my breath here, Jacquelyn. Jacquelyn, I got to ask you a question. I'm going to need my energy to go see all this stuff. Are there going to be things to taste?
Yes. I'm not a baker. I am a patron of many bakeries. So I do marketing for trade shows for a living. This is my life. And I will tell you, I've been to many, many trade shows in my career, and this is the best smelling trade show and the best tasting trade show in terms of the giveaways. You're not going to go stop into booths to pick up little pens and tchotchkes. You're going for the bread and the gelato and all the good stuff. Yeah.
Gelato. Okay, I'm done. I'm packing up. Speaking of packing up, should I just come in with an empty luggage?
Pretty much, yes, pretty much.
Okay, sounds good. I've got this all planned. When should we be there?
The 7th through the 11th. The 7th is a full day of education. It's the first time we've ever done that. Based off of popular demand for our sessions, people were like, we can't do it all. We've got to, do the trade show. And if we're in the classroom, so we added a full day of education on September 7th, which is great.
Jacquelyn, quick rundown of what kind of classes you can take.
You can take everything from management and marketing. So if you're looking for marketing strategies to drive traffic into your bakery or your cake shop, we've got that covered for you. We've got training and development for your staff. We have classes understanding that there's a big workforce gap in our industry on how to address that. And then we also have, our more hands-on classes. So if you're looking at consumer trends or ingredient trends or formulations or just decorating classes. We also have those as well. And they're all led by experts in our industry, from the French Pastry School to the Bread Bakers Guild of America, of course, Retail Bakers of America, Food Network stars. So it's lots of options and really, really high caliber training.
I'm putting on a seminar there?
I do. And
tell us about it.
Yeah.
Tips, tricks, and gadgets, and interesting factoids for the professional baker.
That's amazing.
It's fun. You'll get a lot of useless information and a lot of useful information too.
Oh my goodness. It sounds jam-packed with information.
It's fun. Yeah.
That is fabulous. I mean, my head is spinning. I don't know. You really have to kind of pre-plan, map it out. Where can we go to find out more?
You can visit www.IBIE2019.com. And if you want, things that are very specific to the artisan retail and cake market, we have a landing page just for you because this is a show that brings together the entire grain-based food industry. So there's a lot of content on there. Same website, IBIE2019.com/artisan, and you'll get tailored content there.
And of course, we'll have the links ready for you. John,
and
you wanted to say something?
one other thing that Jacquelyn mentioned when we were on a phone call once, and I think this is great advice. Don't plan every minute. Leave yourself some free time to walk the show floor and just do whatever, kind of go with the flow. You'll find out something that's interesting and you'll want to follow that path. Do it. Don't schedule every minute. Leave yourself plenty of free time to just be there and kind of take it all in.
Kind of like entrepreneurship, kind of go with the flow sometimes.
Yep, absolutely. I think it's great advice.
Absolutely fabulous. Now, let's talk a little bit about the vendors that are there before we go, because of course we are people who love our cake toys. Who can we find there? And if we are a vendor, do you have any space for us, or are you guys all sold out?
We are nearly sold out. So our show has grown substantially over the last 10 years. So in terms of participants, we've almost doubled. So last year we had about 23,000 people attend and 1,000 exhibitors. And in 2016, which is obviously the last iteration of our show floor sold out for the first time in our 100-year history.
Wow.
So we did sell out our space, and then we got creative and opened up some more space, and we are nearly sold out as well.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if you want to vend there, you really should get on board now, because the next time you guys are popping up is 3 years from now.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So I need to get on board with you guys soon. So I told you guys about a special giveaway. Jacquelyn, let them know what they will win.
A free pass to IBIE. So we would love to welcome your audience and your community at Cake Radio, an opportunity to come. We hope, even if you don't win a ticket to attend our show, that you join us as well.
You guys, you get to win this, and all you have to do is hit that share button, share this podcast, or if you're watching us on YouTube, share that link over, and we will pick a winner just for you. And can't wait to see you there. And you'll be seeing John. Give him a big hug. And Jacquelyn, if you're walking around, I'm sure you're going to be running around somewhere. Thank you guys so much for all the wisdom sprinkles. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cakers Chat. If you have a question or two, don't let it stew. Comment below and let us know. Hey, and give us a hug with a thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you on the next episode of Cakers Chat.